Hello everyone, my name is Dr. Ram Mohan Mishra. I am a beginner cataract surgeon. This is a routine case under topical anesthesia. I have injected the viscoelastic and I will do a complete curvilinear capsulexis using a cystotome needle of appropriate phaco size. So here you can see the CCC has been done, making a biplanar incision. Now doing the hydro, so the nucleus pops out of the bag. I dialed it in back into the bag, and now I'm gonna do direct chop. I usually do direct chop in all my cases, and vertical or horizontal sometimes depends upon the cataract grade. If it's a very hard cataract, I like to do the vertical chop, and in softer cataracts I like to do the horizontal chop. So this is a grade 2 to grade 3 nucleus sclerosis cataract, and my power settings, I'm using an Earthly Swiss Tech phaco machine. The power settings is 50% continuous phaco energy with 28 AFR and 280 vacuum. So as you can see, I am trying to hold the nucleus and bury my probe, but it's getting slipped away. It's getting the nucleus is getting eaten up. So I have tried to bury my probe in different planes, in different areas of of nucleus, to find a good hold, to find a good grip, but I'm unable to do so. I also decreased the power to 40 and even to 35% to get a good hold. But I was unable to get a good chop in this scenario. I again injected the viscoelastic. So as you can see, a bowl has started to form, and I tried to do this prolapsing of nucleus out of the bag, but as you can see, I'm struggling uh, because the CCC is a phaco CCC, and the nucleus is big enough for it to come out of such a small rhexis. I again try to bury my phaco probe, but I am unable to do so, and in the end I am left with a big bowl. Mind you, my machine has not been working very well since the last 2 3 cases. I have had difficulties in fallibility and vacuum, but though since I'm working in a charitable setup, and it's not very easy to get things done easily here, so I have to do with what I have. I tried to hydroprolapse the nucleus. I was partially successful. Here you can see, but then again it goes back into the bag, and my I was panicking a little now because I have created a bowl. I tried to take that big nucleus out of the bag, but I think that's a very bad maneuver that I'm doing. I I probably wanted to get that nucleus out of the bag as soon as possible, but that was not the case to be, because the CCC was small enough and the nucleus was big. So again, I tried to find some area where I could bury my phaco probe, but I failed again with many attempts. Then I finally decided to do stop and chop and separate the nucleus. So this is something that I should have done much before, instead of doing these handling maneuver where there is a chance of zonal adhesions, and which is what happens here. So I'm able to crack the nucleus into two now, and as you can see here, something was wrong. Pupil was decenter, the shape, it was irregular and they were speaking. And during these maneuvers where I was trying to get the nucleus out of the bag, I must have pulled the bag from that area and created a zonula weakness. So nevertheless, I have cracked the nucleus into two, and I have taken one piece out of the bag, and I'm trying to emulsify that piece. And Yeah, there it is. Now the second piece is coming out of the bag, and also one thing that I have noticed, that my eye was not very in primary here, so that's something that I should have taken better care of. uh, what I have learned is, see, here you can see there is a zonal dehiscence of around 2 to 3 clock hours, and yeah, now it's something challenging. So now my plan is to implant a posterior chamber foldable IOL, since I still can, because the zonal weakness is 2 to 3 clock hours only, and the rest of the bag seems to be okay. I usually have an CTR at my disposal, but on this very particular day, I was not having any CTR available. So now I have decided to clean off the remaining cortical matter using a simple cannula. I find in such situations where there is a PC rent, or there is zonal dehiscence, I switch over to my more reliable way of cortex aspiration, which is the Simcoe cannula. Uh, Now the remaining lens matter has been cleared off. Viscoelastic has been injected. Now I'll be loading the posterior chamber IOL, and will be inserting that IOL such as that the haptic is not in the area of weakness. Yeah, there you go. Seems about okay. Iris probably, the haptic is still probably stuck under the iris. I'm gonna release that. Yeah, it's uh, there it is. Yeah, now it looks about okay. So at this moment, I didn't see a lot of vitreous coming up, so I thought I could manage it with the help of Vana scissor, and therefore I tried cutting the vitreous strands, so that, and see if the peaking goes away. But I guess I was wrong here. I injected more viscoelastic, and then I injected pilocarpine to bring down the pupil, and again tried to do some manual vitrectomy, because I thought I can still get away with that, because there was not much vitreous, I believed. But then again, I was wrong. There was quite a lot of vitreous, and which was coming even out of the side port incision, my second instrument side port. Now I'm trying to bring that vitreous back into the pupillary plane. I'll be cutting that vitreous. Yeah, so I'm getting back that vitreous inside the anterior chamber, inside the pupillary plane, and cutting that vitreous that has probably come out of the side port. Now I'll be checking if there is still any more vitreous. Doesn't seem so. Now in the meantime, I have asked my OT staff to prepare the vitrectomy machine. Now there's time for some vitrectomy. So I try to do the introduce the vitrectomy cutter through the cystitome side port, but the AC got shallow and my iris was coming out of the side port, so I decided to use the main port, and I'm cutting the prolapsed vitreous now. And I would have liked to have triamcinolone as available, but it was not the case. I work in a charitable setup, so there are at times there are things that are not available at my disposal, and which is the case in here. I was not having any CTR, and I didn't have any triamcinolone to stain the vitreous. But then again, nevertheless, I was able to cut the vitreous that was prolapsing out of that weakness. I went under the pupil as well, and I cut the vitreous which was above it as well. First I cut the vitreous which was in the AC, and then I made sure there was no coming more vitreous coming out of that zonal of weakness. And as I was cutting the vitreous, I can see now the pupil is round again, and there was no more vitreous in the AC or in the under the iris. I was pretty much sure that the vitrectomy has been done quite okay. So this was my third vitrectomy case. I have just started doing vitrectomy, and this was the first instance where a ZD was there, and I was able to successfully implant the posterior chamber IOL and do the vitrectomy. The patient did fairly well in post-op day 1. The vision was 612, and on post-op day 2 it was 6/9. The patient was happy, and I was relieved. Thank you for watching this video. I would love to have your feedback and comments as to how I could have managed this case better. As I'm a beginner surgeon, I would love your feedback. Thank you.